Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be focusing on different kinds of modal verbs that we have in English language. I will be teaching you where to use them, when to use them, and the common grammatical errors that we make while using those modal verbs. So let's get started. So in this video, I will be focusing the primary 9 modal verbs that we have in English language, which are 3 M's, 2 S's, 2 W's and 2 C's. They are may, might, must, will, would, shall, should, can, could. Besides, we also have must, have to, ought to, be able to, and used to. Also need to, but I will be focusing on the first 9 primary modal verbs. Now, I will be focusing on the 3 major grammatical errors that we make while using modal verb. Error number 1, modal verb always comes as it is. Like you cannot use s, ed or ing. You cannot change its form. As an example, she can swim. She can swim. This is correct. You cannot write she can't swim. Error number 2. After the modal verb, the immediate verb that comes will be in its base form, always. Like the example I have given, she can swim, base form of the verb. I can paint, base form of the verb. I will do it, base form of the verb. Error number 3. Modal verbs take not only for making the sentence negative. Like I will not do it, you should not do it, could not, might not, may not. So for making the sentence negative, you only need to add not with it, except for the modal verb have to. For have to, you have to add don't, doesn't or didn't. So this is an exception. Otherwise, all the other modal verbs take not as negative. So now I am going to divide the usages for each modal verbs. At first, when you are speaking about capability or ability, then you will use can. For the present capability or ability, you will use can. As an example, he can speak 5 languages. When you want to speak about a capability which belong in past, then you will use could. He could speak fluent French when he was 5. Usage number 2, asking permission. For asking permission, we use 3 modal verbs, can, may and could. May I borrow this pen? Can I borrow this pen? Could I borrow this pen? All these 3 sentences are correct. So, what are the differences? However, there is only one difference, and that is formal versus informal. When you want to go completely informal, you can use can. When you want to go semi-formal, you may use may. When you want to go completely formal, you could use could. So the difference is basically where you are talking. If it's in your office, you have to use could, or you also you may use may. And when you are speaking with your family or your friends, you can use can for asking permission. Next usage is obligation. When we are talking about obligation, we use must and have to. I must do it or I have to do it. Then comes when we are talking about necessity, we use either need to or ought to. I need to learn English or I ought to learn English. Also, when we are talking about prohibition, then we use must not. You must not go there. That's prohibition. Next usage is future probability. When you have strong future probability happening something in the future, and the probability of happening that is strong, then you should use may. I may be there at 7 o'clock sharp. When you have weak probability of happening something in future, then you will use might. I might be there at 7 o'clock. It means it has weak possibility of happening. Still there is a possibility, but that is weak. Next usage is offer, proposal, and advice. When you are making informal offer and proposal, then go for shall. Shall we go to cinema? Shall I help you? Informal. But when you want to be formal, go for should. Should I help you? And also, should is referred as giving advice. You should not go there. Now let's talk about desire and past habits. When you are talking about a desire or wish that you want in future, go for will. I will learn French. When you have a desire for now, go for would like to. Like I would like to do that. I would like to go there. So you have the desire now. Then comes past habit. So when you had something that you used to do in the past or any past states, then go for used to or would. As an example, I used to go to that beach every summer. You can also say I would go to that beach every summer. So you are describing about your past habits. Now the last one, no necessity. When you do not have any necessity of something or someone, go for don't have to or doesn't have to. Like I don't have to do this. He doesn't have to do this. I don't have to go there. So no necessity. So that's why you are going to use don't have to or doesn't have to. So that's it for today. I hope you have learned how, where and when you have to use these modal verbs and also the common grammatical errors that we make while using these modal verbs. So most of the modal verbs are interchangeable. You can use either one. Also, depending on whether you are going to use it in a formal situation or an informal situation. Thank you for watching. I will see you in my next video.